Live chatters. Well, today's date is what? It is April 11th, my great nephew's birthday. He turns 19 today. Kevin Wilson, early bird Kevin Wilson. Jason and Dhruv. Well, I want to tell you that today is April 11th, and we are starting a string of 8 sunny days in Portland, Oregon, as my mother used to say. Aregone, Oregon, from 60 to 62 to 64 to 66 to 68 to 70, 72 to 74 to 76. Hike. Douglas Hyde without the O. Douglas. Hey, Texas Angel. Hey, Wendy. Nice to see you. Well, we're having some Texas weather here. I better yet San Diego weather. I mean, April can be quite rainy, and we're going to have from the 12th to the 20th of nothing but sunshine. Hey, Charles Bronson, I haven't seen you. VC, of course. Soggy, rainy North Florida. Well, sunny and beautiful Portland with all the green trees. Actually, the buds are just coming up, but the evergreens, of course, and Cannon Beach, the ocean. Hey, Laura Hawkins. It's funny, my nephew, great nephew, who's turning 19 today, is named Christian Hawkins, but of course there's no relationship. Panama, yes, Ismail Gurley, probably nice there. Yop, nice to see you. Took 7 minutes to get logged in today, don't blame me. Today's your birthday's B-Day. Hey, April 11th, it's a master number. Laura Hawkins from North Carolina. Richier, warm Texas weather is improving my mood. Yes, well, better than the storm you had. BC, down the road from Shirley K. Well, let's hear from successes. Anybody have successes? Royston Tilts, therapist perspective. Yeah. And there's from Ukraine. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I from the UK says Jane. I love that name, Jane. That was my sister-in-law's name. Sandy Sharanko from British Columbia, and you're getting the nice weather too, I'm sure. Takes forever. Pamela Perry, my favorite name. I didn't know you were 22, Kevin Williams. Well, Kevin Wilson. Oh, why is youth wasted on the young? Speaking of which, all you Americans out there, have you been watching the American Experience? Actually, it's the Ken Burns documentary on the life of Ernest Hemingway, one of our great literary authors from the 20th century. Boy, he was a good writer, but the guy had no moral compass, I'll tell you that. And it's interesting that he did shoot himself. Now that I remember it. Yeah, depression, lots of depression, and diabetes, which he didn't take care of himself. Drank a lot of daiquiris, and sugar is like, alcohol has more sugar than sugar. Dhruv Gautam, I went to the roof 4 days ago. Wow. Ever since I've had an epiphany, I've gained a lot of perspective into my conditions. I'm glad you, why don't you keep that perspective, Dhruv? Like, write it down. Hey, Kaya, nice to see you. So many people sounding at the same time. No, I don't think so. We're not, the site is not crashing, everybody. What do we have? Like, as someone said, let's see, probably no more than 30 people here. 30, exactly. God, I am amazingly intuitive. Well, that's what happens when you're Pisces, right? YouTube account, last time you said that people weren't tortured for being suicidal. Many suicidal are forced into 5150 holds. YouTube account, I don't want to have a discussion about this. I'm going to have to put you on timeout. The holds are only for 72 hours, and it's a minority of people. Sandra M., how do I motivate myself? Vitamins just don't help. I don't know what I need to do, but just can't move. Well, you're obviously having a depressive episode. Reach out. Hey, Patrick. Next 2 days of your days off, Friday and Saturday, 72, 74. You got to come over and help my garden. Anyone want to fly to Portland, help me take the weeds out of my garden? Hey, Paul Manuga, Zambia, Africa. Must be what? I have no idea what it is then. Maybe 10 hours. Hey, Lori Buckman, my success story of the week. I drove to town, 26 miles round trip, all by myself for the first time in a year. No anxiety. Yes, 45, Sandra M. I wish I could be 45 again. I know I'm 72, probably don't sound like it. Dhruv Gautam, I know that one of the basic causes of my condition is the inability to face my problems. Yeah, join the club. I've learned that comfort is not your friend and facing adversity is the only way to come out of this stress. You betcha. Vince Turner, hello from Turkey. It's a truly global experience. Has to be faced on a day-by-day basis. We need to accept the suffering on a day-to-day basis. Very nice. Hey, Words That Inspire. Look what Words That Inspire did. She sent me some Fisherman's Friends. Look at this beautiful thing she said. To Dear Douglas, Fisherman's Friends, a love from Jem for all you do. XXXX. Wasn't that sweet? Oh yeah, it says over here, a gift to you. I just have to show that sweet a note you wrote me, Jem. I have it right next to me on my desk. All right, YouTube account, what are we going to do? We're going to put you on timeout here. Sorry, Words That Inspire, I hit the wrong button. God almighty, I was trying to get YouTube account. I apologize, my goodness, what have I done? Anyway, I can basically, Words That Inspire, I'm sorry I put you on timeout. I was trying to get YouTube account out. That was a typographical mistake. Forgive me, dear. All right, Mobius here had a panic attack over China this week. Oh, here we go again. Thank you, Words That Inspire. Again, I bless you. This is what happens when you make typographical mistakes. Okay, so, any tips for driving anxiety? Yeah, just breathe. I need to drive a half an hour to get Friday to get my vax next week, and I'm freaked. Well, Kaya, I would talk to your therapist, and hey, your message is back up. Words That Inspire. Excellent. Yeah, who's the person who just drove 25 miles, 9:11 p.m.? It was 9 hours. Nelson's column, 100 feet tall. It was 5 feet. That's a ratio of 20 to 1. Very, very funny. Yes, good evening from Cornwall, Words That Inspire. Nice to hear from you too. All right. Kaya, yes. Any tips for driving anxiety? Well, you should talk to the person who did it, and who is the person who went ahead and drove all by themselves. And I can't find it because there are so many people who have written comments. But again, talk to your prescriber, talk to your therapist. There are ways to overcome driving anxiety. I know many people have. Thank you for 20 euros, Pedar Shields. Wow, what a mensch. Pedar is our keeper of the mailing list. Anybody wants to be on the mailing list, just email Pedar and he'll put you there. I banned YouTube account because we've had this discussion. He keeps saying over and over again that people who are hospitalized are tormented. I was tired of it, quite frankly. So I already told him what the truth was, and I didn't want to be badgered. So I hope that answers your question. Lord Frieza. Oh yeah, I just told you why. Yes, Mobius, I'm sorry that your father died. You may want to just go ahead and do some counseling about that. Richier got his first shot, psychologically positive experience. Retroactive jealousy, can it be cured? Yes, with mind training. 10 pounds, Jason Clue, learn to love yourself. Thank you very much. By the way, Anybody in touch with Robert Jenkins? He used to be a regular YouTube live chat guest, fan, and contributor. Haven't heard from him in a while. I get nervous because he was doing really well, but when people drop out of sight, sometimes it's not a good sign. An hour and a half to get to a vaccine is ridiculous. I hope someplace closer has it. Any Walgreens or Rite Aids around you? Most have vaccines, just not a lot. Yeah, Suzanne, what a beautiful name. And what happened to Lazy Eye Ranch? I can't keep up with the reports, but whatever happened, I'm sorry that you're going through it. All right. What else interesting do people have to say? Can there be a link between depression and shopping addiction? Sure. Like buying stuff to feel fulfilled? Absolutely. Any addiction usually is an attempt to modify mood, whether it's shopping or alcohol or drugs or compulsive workaholism. It's all the same thing. I haven't come across a psychiatrist, Joanna Moncreal. Doesn't mean it's not, she's not important. Thank you, Metal Odyssey, for that comment. He lost his father at 4 years old. It was traumatic, but he's now loving himself and he's trying to be of value to humanity. It's a very positive way to reframe the experience. Inflation is really out of control, it appears, in the US? Not really. Well, Lord Frieza, I've been in 5 hospitals myself, and yeah, 5150 holds are not fun, and I'm sure there have been people who put on them needlessly. But right now, it's really difficult to get into a psych ward. You have to really, really prove to people you're harm to yourself or others. So I don't. I'll call to my friends who work in hospital. I just don't think it happens as much. But yes, for some people, any hold is very painful. I'm not trying to deny the home. I wouldn't use torture. I've been in hospitals, for all told probably about 6 months, and it was unpleasant for sure. Do you believe depression evolved and there's a genetic basis? Absolutely, there's a genetic basis to everything. Exotic enigma, I'm alone. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. We're all alone basically inside our skin existentially, but I know what you mean. Oh, you saw the Social Dilemma, Flip Van Walham? It is an eye-opener. Everybody needs to see that film about how we're manipulated by Google and social media. We're ready for a joke here. All right. Let's reach for the joke book. All right. Did you hear the rumor about butter? Well, I'm not going to spread it. Due to a huge increase in deliveries, FedEx and UPS have now merged, and the new company is called Fed Up. Okay, one more. What does the world's top what does the world's top dentist get for his incredible work? A little plaque. And my psychiatrist says I have a problem with vengeance. We'll see about that. All right. You're back. Yes. Words inspire. You know that was a mistake. I put someone else in timeout, and you got the accidental brunt. Do I feel today? Yeah, I feel. Watch. Boy, that hurt. Oh, you like the Fed Up? Good. Hey, Alex Jones, I've been severely depressed for a while now, and it's gotten worse. I'm dealing with moving out of our childhood house, as well as finding a current job. That's a lot of changes. And by thank you all for your live chats, by the way. So yes, it's normal that you would feel overwhelmed. So you really need to go have a confidant, or better yet, have a therapist to talk to. By the way, just want to mention that When Going Through Hell Don't Stop is now available on audible.com and Amazon as an audiobook. Really, really cool. Very, very, very amazing that it's happening. And those of you who like to hear things instead of read, this is perfect. It's a memoir about how I overcame a really bad depressive episode. All right. You like that fed up, don't you? Was my joke. Kelly Burns, I've been to 5 psych hospitals, 1 involuntary, but I have to say the one in Boston was like being locked up at a Hilton hotel. Very nice. I wonder if you went to McLean. Old Dirty Asher, can I feel difference and still have issues being depressed once in a while, but it helps decrease those episodes. Excellent. I paid $20 for an OXO cube today. Wow, the stock market has really gone up. I don't know what an OXO cube is, so I can't get the joke. You like the, we'll see about that joke? Again, all these come from the live chatters. And here is Peter Shields' email address, pe.shields@gmail.com. Alex Jones says he's on the verge of going to a mental hospital. Well, I know there. I've been there. Well, can you find an outpatient treatment center, Alex? Something called an intensive outpatient program. You go 4 to 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. It is substitutes for having to go into the hospital. That's always a method of last resort, but sometimes it's necessary. Hey, Demian, nice to see you. I run out of beta blocker in St. John's Wort. Oh, but I do have some OXO cubes. So what is an OXO cube? Tell me, somebody. I'll have to look it up right now on my phone. Beth Miller has a job. Come on. Let's clap. Perseverance furthers. Beth, I'm glad you're employed. I'm glad you're busy. Yes, that does help. That does help with the depression, doesn't it, to be occupied? OXO is gravy. Still don't get it. What was I going to look up? Could it be oxycodone or oxycontin? I don't know. Hey, Daniel Zalub, nice to see you. Okay, I'm going to go to Google. What is an OXO cube? Oh, it's bouillon. Dehydrated vegetables, meat stock, a small portion of fat, and MSG. Oh, yeah, I had those when I was younger. All right, 69 people here. Let's see if we can make it up to 80. Anybody? Yeah, it's bouillon is what an OXO cube is. The movie Zero, you're on one of your downers right now. We're not going to blow up the world, and of course it's right to have children. It's the next generation. Beth proved that being persistent, not giving up, is worth the effort. It was not an easy journey for her. Lord Frizza, I'm going to have to put you on timeout because not everybody who's suicidal is tortured. I've been tortured many, many times. So we'll see you in 5 minutes, won't we? All right. Can you heal from retroactive jealousy? Any tips on how to deal with intense anger with people? Yeah, find out why you're angry, and if you can basically express your hurt to them civilly. There's a wonderful technique called nonviolent communication you should look up. All of it you call a timeout? That's what YouTube calls it. So, any other jokes? Anybody? When you start to accept pain, life starts to get interesting. Jenny Holzer. Yep, I agree with Jenny, whoever she is. I feel that we're going through massive growing pains as a country, but I'm seeing so many things moving in the right direction, like the vaccines and lives getting back on track. Yes, Alex, if you're ready to go in the hospital, you should have a counselor, psychiatrist, or psychologist. But remember, my favorite mantra, and here it is. What is invisible and smells like bacon? Porky Pig's farts? I can do much better than that, Callie Burns. Moby Zero, I'm putting you in timeout also. This is a good day to put people in timeout, don't you think? Especially when they have comments that are completely not germane to healing from depression and not really helpful for people's moods. Right? People with depression already have plenty of negativity. Thank you, Edward Steiner. Always count on you. What did the horse say when he tripped and fell? Help, I've fallen. I can't giddy up. I love your corny jokes. So, I told this on, that's right. Yesterday I uploaded a video about psilocybin mushrooms and all the research that's being done. People know about that. That's really, really important. In the United States, the state of Oregon, my state, passed a new law setting up a board, a psychological board that will basically put into structure legalized psilocybin therapy along with psychotherapy. Something that was done in the 1950s with great success. It was shut down due to the war on drugs, and now it's back again. Anyway, very, 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 very good video. Anyway, on that video, I told the following joke. Math people will get this joke. I love this joke. Did you hear about the mathematician who was afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. Did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. It was a straw man. No one said that all suicidal people are tortured, but there are somebody who are tortured for being suicidal. Well, people's suicidal torture and torment is from their own brain and the pain of the brain and basically saying there's no hope. That's why. Now, YouTube account, if you really want to basically get a handle on what it's about, go to my website, overcomingsuicidalpain.com. I'll put it there for you. That will tell you why people become suicidal and how they can get help. I spent 3 years putting together this website, and it's really good, and I think anybody who wants to should go see it. Visit, just for education. Have you read The Opinion of Now, Power of Now? Yes, it's a great book. It's been out for at least 20 years, and I read it when it first came out. Wow, you got a dose of ketamine in the ER, Lily Rose? How was that? How can you get prescribed ketamine? If you're severely depressed. Yeah, that's how you get it prescribed if you're seeing a psychiatrist or a nurse practitioner. Very good, Drew Cowtown. That's what M. Scott Peck says, that suffering happens when we don't embrace the pain or try to work with it, but try to avoid it. Absolutely. It's called neurotic suffering. Wow. But honestly, that's a cool story about your experience with suicidal. You're right, Beth Miller. You still have the anxiety and depression, but you have to manage it every day. Remember, depression can be managed but not cured. Don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle. That's from AA, Lazy Eye Ranch. Speaking of, where is Madge? Right? What's her? Madeline Roy. She's been an AA person, going 2 times a day sometimes. Oh, that's Mardi Lang, one of my favorite authors. Thanks you for that quote, Juve Chatan. I really like it. All right. Umiyati, I don't want meds and therapy doesn't work. Well, keep trying therapy. Alex Jones, you just want to escape this depressed body that's in pain and float above the clouds. That's understandable. I've had a depressed body for 18 months at a time, 4 different times. A British royal resemblance? I've always liked the British. AA saved my life. Nice to see you, Lola the Frenchy Swan. Yeah, AA is wonderful. Okay, so YouTube account, I hate to say goodbye, but I don't need any negativity, right? We're here to be positive. So you can go take your negative comments and you can go somewhere else, okay? Adios. So that's that. We're here to help each other, support each other. We don't need people going ahead and trying to bring people down. I'm surprised that none of you guys spoke up. Oh, Prince Charles, yeah, well, I hear he's been having some problems. I was called Carlos in Spanish class. Andy T, sorry about your cognitive issues, but I don't think they're organic. Maybe due to depression. You should go definitely check it out with a mental health professional. Wow, there are blood clots from the J&J vaccine. Well, I got mine on March 17th, so hopefully, I'm past the danger point. Thank you, Pamela Perry. I'm glad that someone supported me in setting some boundaries. Yes, Kaya, there are many different types of therapy. You can try CBT, EMDR. Yeah, psychodynamic music art therapy. As I like to say, there's never been a better time to be mentally ill. All right. Okay, so Lord Frieza, I guess I'm going to have to hide you also. Man, I had a feeling this was going to basically be a day when we might have some unpleasantness, and yeah. All right, who else can we talk to? Yeah, therapists go on holiday. That's too bad. Well, they always have backup therapists. One of my backup therapists went on holiday. 82 people. Let's hit 90, folks. Hit the like button, as Kyle Bailey used to say, who's now working in Atlanta. Who's being mean? I'll tear the throats out. Kalesa VVP. I wouldn't go that far, right? Can a good diet help with depression? Absolutely. Read a book called Potatoes Not Prozac. It's a very good book on diet and depression. Hello, sir. One of my two mini house Dutch hounds died. 11/26. Wow. The other Dutch hound died on 2/22. I was in the sea helping one, but where my helper she is leave. Is there any idea for me? Yeah. Uh, when people lose pets, it can be a huge grieving process. I would reach out for help. Someone close to you, go to a grief group, talk to your therapist. Hey, Larry Lester, nice to see you. Bill Boyd from New York. We New York eat bagels with cream cheese and lox and go to Coney Island for a swim. Lox is LOX, by the way, no problem. Why do anniversaries affect a person so much? Well, if it's a bad anniversary, it triggers you. If it's a good anniversary, it makes you wistful. I've been thinking a lot about my past lately, all the good times I've had. 50 years ago, my friend and I traveled around the country hitchhiking. Bingo, and like that. Now I'm 72, you're 84. Life is short, wouldn't you say, Anstey? Oh, you love your cat? Oh, great. Wonderful. All right. Why don't you admit that you can't handle criticism? Well, God almighty, it's Troll City, isn't it? All right. Report, report, report. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Another joke, perhaps? What are your views on fasting as a way of easing the symptoms of anxiety and depression? Fasting is really good for your health overall, but if you're going to do it on any way, you need to be under the supervision of a doctor. All right. Good evening from Serbia. Oh, Nancy Vosge. Hi, dear Douglas. Well, I've been harassed by a bunch of people today. Otherwise, I'm doing fine. I'm going to go outside. Actually, in 10 minutes, I'm going to go on a bike ride. Someone's going to meet me here, so I'm going to have to leave early. Well, Metal Odyssey, I'm glad you've got your cat. It's wonderful. There's a poem on the Writer's Almanac today about cats. Thumbs up for keeping this live chat positive and friendly and supportive with a bit of humor too. You're excellent, Douglas, at managing tricky comments. Well, I told my wife Joan there was going to be some trolls today, and I was right. I'm very, 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 very intuitive about these things. Well, all right. Um, Exotic intimate. Nobody really knows the answer to that question, but basically, if you're feeling suicidal, you need to go call 1-800 273 8255. Thank you, Sir Halabe. Hitting the like button would be nice after all these trolls showed up. Larry Lester, my 3 cats are the most important thing in my life and anxiety. Yes? Excellent. Pamela Perry. Wow. The Mound by Laura Ding Edwards is a good poem for anyone struggling. Could you go ahead and send me the link to that, Kaya? I'll show my email address right here in just a second. Let's hit this. DouglasBloch@gmail.com. All right. Metal Odyssey, God bless Kevin Samuels, bring love back to men. Yes, Metal. Have you found nutritious food? Of course. Anything that's good for the body is good for the mind, Claren. So yes, nutritious food is wonderful. Yeah, it's Troll Day. All right. Well, some other moderator took care of it, and I don't know who it was. And by the way, Exotic Enemy, I think whether you go to heaven or not is no one really knows the answer to that question. Fresh fruits and vegetables, vitamin C, absolutely. Metal on me, when my car is paid off, I'll give back better donations. I'm starting a YouTube channel and blogging about BPD. Good for you, Metal Odyssey. RCB, nice to see you again. How do I stop obsessing over an adult child with mental illness? Has made me extremely depressed. That's tough. You need to either go to a support group from the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, or maybe go to Al-Anon. So Jane, you want to go to NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness. Here they have support groups in your area for family members of people with depression. Period. $10, and that is Robert Jenkins. Oh my God, you're back at the last minute. I'm going to check out of here in 5 minutes. Been doing very good lately. Been trying to get better each day. I'm sorry I'm missing live chat. I just feel like I've been doing better to miss it all times, one day at a time. Well, good. I thought you were either getting better or you're getting worse. So thank you for the donation, and thank you for letting us know that you're continuing to do well. Robert Jenkins is an inspiration because he was at one point really on just about to lose everything, and he pulled himself out of it. He reached out for help, and that's what you need to do. Oh, dear Dinesh, I'm scared my kids will inherit my depression or my mom's schizophrenia. Well, there's always that possibility, but then you could just love your kids the best you can, right? Fish, poultry, eggs, all good things. They all have good sources of protein. All right. Well, my friends are showing up in 4 minutes for a bike ride, which is just in the nick of time because I really don't appreciate the trolls that are on here. We're getting rid of them, but yeah. Tuesday FA, I've noticed that I've been depressed the year. Yeah. Oh, good. Can other people report people besides me? I didn't know that. Who and from where do these trolls come from? I don't know. This is the worst that's ever happened. I told Joan it was going to happen. I just had a feeling it was going to happen today. I almost didn't do the live chat because I didn't want to have to put up with that negativity. But, you know, there's a new restaurant called Karma. There's no menu. You get what you deserve, right? By the way, have you heard about the new restaurant on the moon? The food is great, but there's no atmosphere. And why does a witch not wear a flat hat? Well, there'd be no point in it. Wow, you had an out-of-the-body experience, Lily Rose? Good point. Well, you're on Cymbalta, Alex Jones, low dose. Not notice much difference? Talk to your prescriber. Oh, good. Which website are you referring to, Kai? Is it Healing from Depression or the one that's called Overcoming Suicidal Pain? Let me know, dear. Someone talked about some sort of a song. I forget. Anyway, go ahead and email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. I'll show it. And when you say I'm not going to make it this time, Larry Lester, what are you referring to? You mean not going to make Hang On to Life or what? Don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle. Wow. Current depressive state has been active since my big sister lost her 17 battle with polycythemia, probably some sort of cancer. I'm really sorry for that, VC. Wow, I mean, loss can just haunt you for years. Thank you, Texas Angel. We for every troll, we need 10 of you. Well, you don't ignore them, you just get rid of them. All right. Well, Tejas Monacar, you came just in time. Hey, you have great jokes. Can you, before we leave, I leave in 2 minutes. Yeah. It's hard to explain things to kleptomaniacs. They're always taking things literally. It's hard to explain puns. That's one of my favorites, Lazy Ranch. I'm going to use that in one of my, I think I've already used it in one of my YouTube videos, but I'm going to copy and paste that puppy. Yeah, thanks. Great joke. All right, well, any last donations or comments? Oh, thank you, Lagai. Love to you also from Alberta. Yeah, I agree with you, Peter Shields. Please, 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 Larry, go ahead and reach out to someone. I'll give you one number you can call. Yes, may the great Creator help us all. My first job was working in orange juice. I got canned. I just couldn't concentrate. Lazy Ants, Ranch, that's absolutely horrible. Would you get that from your dad? Anyway, I love it. I'm going to use it. God, I just learned I can copy and paste your jokes right into Google Docs. That makes things a lot easier. All right. Well, I'm not going to essentially miss out on the sun. So you guys can. What is HIJKLMNO called? H2O. You got to see that in print, but that's great. What is HIJKLMNO called? H2O. Really bad. Sandy Saranko, thank you also. The worst time to have a heart attack is during a game of charades. Dimitri Martin. That kind of happened to Rick Fox. He thought he had a heart attack and they thought he was joking. That's very, very, very funny. It's kind of dark, isn't it? I don't know if I should tell that. Well, I'll ask my note. Anyway, I'm going to keep it anyway because I think it's absolutely so hilarious. All right, thank you for that laugh at the end. All right, well, folks, by the time I see you next Sunday, it'll be 75 degrees. You guys can talk amongst yourselves or chat. Remember, You can still leave a live chat, a super chat donation anytime you want. And again, I have the video I did yesterday. If you haven't seen that video, I really want you to see it. It's called Can Psilocybin Mushrooms Heal Us? Period. My video that I uploaded on April 10th, 2021. Period. I think you'll get a lot out of it. Period. All right, and until we meet again, I wish you guys the best. Talk to yourselves a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and bike in the sun. As we say in the epileptic ward, seizure later.